Hi, darling.
Hi, babe. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Second attempt at doing videos today.
It's going better so far.
We've given ourselves a bit more time.
You've set up a mirror so we can see if the videos go off, so we don't, like last time, record a whole entire episode and then realise it stopped.
Yeah.
So we're near the end.
Yeah.
Oh my
Really
God.
close.
Really close to the end. We've had the last commitment ceremony.
Random.
What the hell?
Yeah.
I feel like
when we did the last commitment ceremony, when they were talking about things, I couldn't believe what they were talking about. I was like, what do you mean we're talking about like a wife swap and homestays? I was like, what?
Yeah.
All of this has happened in 1 week. How is that even possible?
I feel like maybe because there were a few situations that were maybe a bit dodgy, like with Ryan and Shannon and maybe Rochelle and Orson, that production sped it along a bit or something, and they didn't expect to be at the end, and they're kind of just like, right, let's get it to the end now. Do you know what I mean? It does feel rushed.
It does feel rushed.
All of a sudden.
Yeah, it's also like, I think they're really disappointed because literally no one they thought would be together is together, and there's not a cat's chance in hell that any of them are going to survive.
Maybe Love You to the Stars and Back.
Love You to the Stars and Back. Oh, which made us both cry. Actual tears.
It actually did. Which the MAFS gods must have been listening to us, because I think we said, like, last year we usually, like, we were crying at loads of the dates.
Yeah.
Embarrassingly, but you know, you get invested.
Of course.
And then they delivered with a tearjerker.
Oh, Love You to the Stars and Back. Which made me think, like, this must have been a thing that they discussed.
The Stars and Back thing.
Yeah.
Which then makes me think that they have been saying love you to each other anyway.
They just hadn't said it on stage. So I wanted to say it on camera. Yeah.
Is that what it is? Like, if they had never said love you to the stars and back before, they would be like, no fucking way.
Oh my God, you bought me a star. I can't believe. Yeah, that's
when they both decided to randomly say exactly the same thing. Like, they've obviously been saying that. Yeah,
I still thought it was really romantic that he bought her a star, even though someone is having him on. Like,
what?
You can't own a star.
No,
it's not like adopting a donkey where you get photos of the donkey.
Well, it did remind me of the thing where everyone gives each other a goat for charity. Because even though that goat is real, you're never going to see it, and
you're never going to meet the goat.
But how can you prove that you own this star? Like, if an alien decides to come along and make that star its homeland, you're not going to be like, well, actually, I've got this certificate.
Well, as you know, darling, that star has been dead for billions of years. It's already ceased to exist.
Oh, God. It's a bit of a grim present
so
to give
an
your
alien
beloved.
Couldn't even go on it because it was 200 million years ago old.
Well,
or
if
something.
the alien went on it, it would have already gone on it 200 million years ago.
So basically, he bought her a 200 million year old thing, which is kind of maybe a bit more romantic.
But it's dead now.
It's dead. It's dead.
But its ripples and echoes are felt throughout the universe.
Yeah, forever and ever. As my wife, Lacey.
My wife. I liked the effort involved.
Me too.
Going and getting
a certificate printed.
Yeah. And taking her outside so they could actually look at the stars as well.
Well, we liked that already, didn't we? Like, that was kind of enough for us. We were like, that's adorable. That's sweet.
Yeah. So thank God there's a tiny smattering of romance.
Yeah.
Although May messaged me and was like, I really think Nathan's got the ick and he just feels too trapped to say anything. And she sent a little clip where it did look at, you know, when he's a bit like, yeah, I love her. Because it looks
he's
like
panicking a bit.
Yeah, he's panicking. But it's hard to tell whether he's just like drifting off in those moments.
Yeah, I don't think he's, I don't know, maybe I'm a fool. Maybe I'm a fool for love. But I don't think he's got the ick.
No,
they like each other.
I think they like each other. Nathan nice forever.
Let's go to all the shit shows of relationships now.
So yeah, I mean, that's just mostly been positive. Like, I've been talking about positive stuff and like at the, you know, commitment ceremony, that was good. Yeah, whatever. So I guess the next kind of, I guess we should go down in grades.
Oh.
So like of who could make it potentially.
Oh, okay.
So I'd say Ross and Sacha are next.
Yes.
For potential, but also probably not.
Yeah, well, we suddenly were hit with some revelations this week. Please don't ruin Ross.
I know, don't
for me
ruin
as
Ross.
Well, I love Ross. I thought his only flaw was that he was too obsessed with her and jumping in a bit quick, but he's been calling her a fake bitch.
Yeah, fake
throwing
bitch.
stuff on the wall.
Throwing food.
That's not great.
No, it's very childish.
It's really hard. Like, it's hard to imagine him doing it, but obviously,
I don't want to say he hasn't.
no, he's not denying it, and she's saying it, so
Yeah.
it must have happened. But he just seems so gentle from what we see, and we just see him getting wound up by her. But
Are we like belittling him though because of his disability? Are we like what's the word?
But it's not like a compliment to be like he can get angry and throw things on the wall. Like, saying that he's gentle isn't a insult.
Infantilizing is what I'm trying to look for.
I know
Are we
what you're-
infantilizing him by saying, "Oh, he's really nice though"?
I know what you're saying, but I don't think so. I think he just seemed
He seemed
lovely.
genuine and nice. Yeah,
He seemed like one of those classic boxers who are softies.
yeah,
But I'm a bit devo about that.
yeah. Me too. A temper like that, and you can't predict
Yeah.
where that's going to go.
and then once again we have the experts convincing them to stay together, but that's like
red flag
warning.
like not even like red flag, like that's potential danger. Maybe we should look into this and discuss it further because it's
Yeah.
could be a dangerous situation.
Yeah. It's not on, is it?
No, it's not. I mean, just one other final thing about them is that, like, I just really am not understanding why they can't discuss long distance. If they're both so obsessed with their families, like, well, as in Ross, it's when I say they're both so obsessed with their families, I mean Sasha, because Ross is
He should be.
entitled. He should be because
Yeah.
he's got a daughter. But like, why can't they just?
It's making
be
it
long distance.
But maybe it's making sense of it if we know that they do have this toxic, like, obsession with each other and a cycle where they're fighting and then they're addicted to each other, and they can't just have the kind of relationship where they see each other every weekend, or like it needs to be everything or nothing,
Yeah.
which isn't very mature, really, is it?
No, it isn't.
Yeah, I just think it was very selfish of her to see him with his family and just immediately make it all about her and what
It
she's
reminded me of
missing.
my relationship with my dad. And it's like, yeah, but you're like 28.
Yeah.
His daughter's 2. So
There's
how
just
about give her 26 years with her dad?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
It's funny because when you think about how they seemed on the wedding day, and they seemed like eccentric characters, but very grounded and like warm towards each other. And like the more that I see them, I don't know if it's the experiment making them a bit mad, but they just both. Oh, she just seems very frantic and kind of sweaty and
Unkempt or something. Yeah, like she's getting a bit, really flustered.
manic.
Something funny that Erin pointed out about her flat was that A, it was filthy, and that B, it had punch marks in the walls or something. Did you
No.
see this message? She sent us a voice message saying like, oh my God, you have to watch back Sasha's homestay because her house was filthy, but also there was punch marks in the wall or something.
No way.
I was like, is she angry, or does someone else live there? Someone else lived there that, I don't know.
Oh my God, spooky. I can't believe they wouldn't have covered that up or something.
I know.
Or made it more of a thing.
Yeah,
That's weird.
I know. Strange. And that stinky fat cat. But anyway, that's a different week. But those things are just on my mind.
Yeah, I've switched from like really hoping that they stay together to thinking maybe it's best for them not to.
But I don't know who Sasha's going to be with. There has to be someone that lives next door in Walsall. But like,
because also she's, well, no, that sounds like I'm blaming her. I'm not. But she made it clear that she wanted him to get angry about things.
that's
on her
such
behalf.
a good point, actually. That is such a good point, Daisy. She like wanted him to be riled up or as riled up as her. And like when he did do that, like, oh, fuck you to Alex.
Yeah.
She really liked
She loved
that.
it.
And so she's encouraging the angry behavior, but it doesn't mean obviously that
she wants it
it
aimed
to be,
at her.
No.
But it's just like that needs a bit of interrogation, I think.
In her own kind of needs and what she considers to be loyalty and also like protection.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's write her a letter.
Yep. Pardon?
Let's write her a letter.
Yes. Well, let's give her a home truth that's gonna sting. Is that what was? I can't remember what the phrase was that they had when they had the honesty box come out at the fucking boys and girls dinner.
Oh yeah, hard hitting truth.
Time to give someone a hard hitting truth. Oh, that's me being awesome. Oh, I was like, mate, no one's calling you for casualty. Sorry.
I was quite enjoying Orson being there. I was like, oh my god, he's the only one that's not miserable.
Yeah,
And
he's a bit of a brings
bit of light
joy.
relief.
Yeah. Didn't see Rochelle.
Intriguing.
I don't ever need to see her again, quite frankly. Sorry.
So, should we talk about the long drawn out tragedy of this week?
What is the long drawn out tragedy of this week?
Kieran and Christina.
Oh.
It's a tragedy in Christina's eyes, but thank fuck.
Did they both leave?
They both left.
Oh, good, yeah.
Have you blocked it out?
Yeah. It's because it's confusing because they were both at the drinks with
Yeah.
the boys and girls. I'm like, did they leave?
Yeah, they
Can't
did
remember.
like a return, even though they'd only been gone for a second. But they left at the commitment ceremony,
Yeah.
which was when Kieran was talking about the ex thing again.
Oh my God.
Mel made me write down all the ways in which she's different to my ex. And this is where it gets scary.
It's scary.
This is where it gets scary. Like, no, don't do that again. She is exactly the same person as my ex.
As my eggs. Oh my God. And like he was saying, I'm so proud of Kristina for who she is. I think she's an amazing woman, but she is exactly the same as my ex. Sorry, I just said the other sentence. But then she was like, we've got completely different outlooks on life. And Paul was like, no, man, I'm going to stop you there. Like, we can have different outlooks on life and still love each other. I was like, shut up, Paul. Let him go. He's so desperate to go. And he's just talking shit and making up lies so that he can go.
Read between the lines. He just doesn't fancy her.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Anyone can sense it.
Yeah.
Anyone with half a brain cell can
Anyone.
tell. Don't persuade them to stay together, for God's sake.
And it's that thing that it drives Kristina to say, I'm going to keep fighting for him because I really like it. I was like, no, let him go. He doesn't want you, love, which sucks. And it's really bad. It's really bad and it's really confusing because he did give her such mixed signals and then all of a sudden just went cold.
Yeah.
And blamed it on a cold sore.
I'm just so relieved that they didn't take it to the final vows.
Also, when Kieran said, I just don't know if I can see us together in 10 years. And then Paul said, who does that? Which I think
Oh my God, yeah.
both of those examples of him saying, I can't see us together in 10 years. And we have different outlooks on life. He shuts them both down, which I think was Paul shuts them both down, which I think was done in a really belittling way.
Yeah.
Like, those are totally valid feelings.
Yeah, and
even if they're not fully true because we think he wanted to just leave her anyway. But I'm like, a therapist shouldn't, like, it's very clear the agenda of the television show because, the television show, because saying who does that, like, you should be thinking if you want to be with this person in 10 years or not.
you're so right, because if it was like Jack and Tori and he was being like, well, I don't know if we're going to be dating after this, they'd be like, you came into this experiment to make a commitment. Like, how are you not thinking about your relationship? So now they're suddenly criticizing him for taking it seriously and being like, just take it day by day. Don't think about it. Just carry on and have a shag. Like, that's terrible.
Such bad advice.
Of course. A lot of people think about whether they can see themselves with someone that they're literally living with in 10 years.
Of course. What's the point in being? I don't get it.
That was like,
you wouldn't go on Married at First Sight if you didn't want to find the person that you wanted to be with for 10 years. You'd go on Tinder.
Yeah.
Or Grindr. Paul. Nice.
I know that the vibe of what he was trying to get at was like, don't overthink it, take it day by day. But
he's been taking
each
it day by day
has been fucking miserable.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're saying like, we just get on so well. They don't even get on. They're not having
what
a
are they
laugh.
even talking about?
There's nothing.
Yeah.
So
The laughing is a distraction.
Did they say that?
I'm just getting that vibe.
Oh.
Because all of the positive memories I have of them are them, like, you know, when he was making up that funny song in the bath and they were giggling, ha 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 ha. It's all just a distraction. Ha 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 ha.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Thank goodness. I'm glad she's out of that situation. Also, that makes me think of when Kristina spoke to Polly at this situation. If you don't mind me jumping ahead slightly to connect.
Yes.
Kristina was being great.
I feel like already, just from having been broken up with, she was so much more in touch with her power.
I agree.
And could see her own situation
clearly
in a way that allowed her to be kind of the first person that's actually nudged Polly. It was interesting because it feels like Polly's in one of those relationships where you've got a friend who's going out with someone's shit and you're like, should I tell them to break up with them? And it's always like, well, you can't really, you have to wait for them to realise it themselves. It's so annoying. But Kristina almost said the thing that, like, you have that fantasy of saying to your friend that's in a shit relationship, but it seemed to work. And I don't know if it was just because she was literally on camera and like couldn't just hide away from it.
Yeah.
But it was quite satisfying to see, wasn't it?
It was really satisfying, and I like that she could actually use her own situation that Polly has observed and said, like, you were looking at me in this situation, and I know that Kieran wasn't having sex with me because he wasn't being intimate with me because he didn't see a future with me. And I know that you would say, if someone was doing that to you, you would tell them to break up with them because they deserve better. So you need to look yourself in the eyes. And you can see that Polly is just holding on so that she can keep face, like, is that what it's called?
Save face.
And like because it is, I understand that she's saying it's embarrassing, but like she doesn't realize, because she holds like being in a relationship in such high stead, if that's the right word, like such high importance, like she forgets that it's more embarrassing to ignore, like, and let yourself be treated this way. Not that it is embarrassing, but like if you're gonna say it's embarrassing,
it's more embarrassing to be seen to put up
with a shit man,
absolute shit.
Yeah,
but she thinks she's just covering it up, and it's not covering it up.
No
at all.
way. And then, I mean, I will go back to when they had their little like date and whatever. Actually, I think I've only got one note. It's those flappy jeans and the puffer coat at the same time, which I actually think is a hate crime. It was so bad. Those flappy jeans.
That's a bad combination.
Burn them. Burn them. It looks like it's filmed in winter as well. You can't wear trainers and flappy jeans and a puffer coat.
They're very like Jessie Nelson, aren't they? Like having a bad swing.
Yes.
At a press event.
Yes. Totally.
Yeah, my love. Get rid of those flappy jeans.
They gotta go. So, I mean, I still am. Well, I was feeling up until this last episode. I think we said this together. We thought they might actually just stay together.
Yeah. Until this intervention.
Yeah.
For some reason, Adam is also seeming to kind of quite stubbornly just carry on with it, even though he doesn't like her at all.
Yeah, I don't understand what that is about.
It infuriated me when the boys were talking to him and the boys.
Yeah.
And I can't remember who said, is she your person? Someone did. And he was like, well, I thought she was at the beginning. I thought she was. Did you?
No, you did not.
He said like anything about her.
I really thought she was my person. Like, we were getting on so well for the first few weeks. I'm like, did you have a completely different experience to what was actually happening on the telly? Because
you couldn't even go near her.
Legit.
And now you occasionally let her have a little bit of sex.
Lucky her. Oh my God, every time he comes on the screen, I can't stand him.
Oh my God.
I have more sympathy for him than I did at the start.
For sure.
That usually is what happens with the men, because I'm so harsh on them immediately. Because they deserve it, quite frankly. And he deserves it. But, I can see that situation was awkward, difficult, whatever. But Jesus Christ, why are you still here?
The whole thing of, I've never been good at compliments, probably never will be. Like,
okay.
It's like compliments is like a thing, like PE or something you have to do.
Yeah.
Rather than it being what is meant to be is you think something and it comes out your mouth.
Yeah.
It's not like, it just makes it so obvious that any compliment he tells her would be a lie, basically, like him ticking off something.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got to do a compliment now.
Yeah.
Like, it shouldn't. They're not supposed to be so much effort. You're just saying what you think about a person who's in front of you. And obviously, some people are more expressive than others, but it's just weird the way I've noticed men talking about compliments in that way quite a lot.
Well, that's because, every woman is like, oh, the only thing my husband's ever said to me is that I look nice. Yeah. And I'm like, that is actually pathetic. Grow up.
Yeah.
Say something better.
Say something better. He's
you
like, oh,
do not deserve this woman.
I'll give you bum squeezes. Oh God.
Bum squeezes.
Oh.
No.
This needs to end. I think she's gonna
up with the 4P movement. Remove all sex from men, from women. Women, stop giving men sex. Don't marry them. Don't go out with them. It's the end. Lesbian utopia.
It's here.
Yeah.
I'm not sure she's gonna take the girls' advice. I think she's just gonna go home and it's gonna fly out of her head.
I really like him.
Yeah. Poor thing.
Poor old Polly.
But also the advice that Luke was giving him at the party, he was like, I want you to think about the Polly that you saw at home. Yeah. And who is more herself and more natural than in any other situation. She's a nice Polly. And I don't think you appreciated that Polly for more than the other Polly that you saw. It's like, no, that didn't make sense because he literally said, I really liked the Polly that I saw. Yeah. So he said, classic Luke just said the complete opposite of what had happened.
My God, Luke.
But bless his heart. He doesn't.
Bless Luke's heart?
Yeah. I mean, no, but.
What is going on with that guy? What is going on with him?
I don't know. They
how. They both seem, Amy and Luke, I mean, Amy seems quite stupid.
I don't know if Amy seems stupid.
I just think.
I think she's
blinded by muscles.
I think she's in the dick sand.
Yeah,
and it came out my mouth.
Maybe I'm saying she's stupid because she's in the dick stand. The dick stand makes you stupid.
The dick stand takes away your thoughts and your dreams. Because she's both like ashamed of him and his sexuality, but also she must be excited by it. Macaroni in a pot.
She got macaroni in a pot.
Because he just got those rings out and she was like, okay then. Like, it's not his scintillating conversation that's keeping her around, is it?
No, it's their muscle.
I think
he's got very nice skin.
He has got good hair.
Good skin. He looks clean. And not like creepily clean. So I see where the attraction is.
Yeah. He's handsome. I mean, he's a big hulking bit of meat.
I'm sure he'd be a lovely ride. If Ginny Cooper had him in one of her novels, he'd have a lovely romp.
Oh my God, the Ginny Cooper novel I'm reading got very dark yesterday.
Oh, I've been waiting for there to be another sex scene for you to tell me about.
No, she just got raped. Oh. And then everyone was like, she like told the doctor about it and he was like, oh yes, you're pregnant probably because you got raped. I was like, bloody hell, this
brilliant.
Is really turning into some weird Tory stuff. Anyway, yeah, I think she is wildly attracted to him and hates him at the same time.
She maybe hates that she's so attracted to him. Right?
Yeah.
It was good at the commitment ceremony where Paul was recognising Amy's part in that Luke situation because we were annoyed about, when he was meeting up with her friends.
Yes.
And Paul said, you didn't make the environment very safe for Luke to come into.
Oh, I didn't see him say that. That's good.
Which was, it was really good. She wrote leave, I'm pretty sure, and he wrote stay. And I think Paul, for once, actually said some really good points. Because, obviously Luke has done so many things that I think are just a bit unforgivable at this point. Like the amount of lies. But it was good that Paul recognised that he needed to do a bit more.
Yeah.
But oh my God, the number of relationships thing. I can't believe he said 2 to her and then she said, no more bullshit, don't tell me lies. And then he said, okay, I've been in 8 relationships. She storms off in a fury. And then to camera he says, 16? And she thinks that he's told her everything.
And I loved how there was such a big pause when he was counting, and he was counting up on his fingers, and then he must have just got past 12 and been like, 8. What is he doing?
I don't know.
He has no concept of,
I don't know.
like, time of like, this will come out. It's being filmed.
I know, like, if you actually wanted to, which kind of maybe, often we say that, and maybe that is just an indication of that, them not being serious about the experiment.
Yeah. What?
Like, maybe they don't actually have any intentions with your daughter. You know? Like, maybe they're just actually...
But he does seem like he has got compulsive liar vibes.
Not vibes! He's doing it! He's doing it all the time. He is a compulsive liar.
But also, 16... I don't think he thinks... what does he think relationship means?
Think as well.
Does he think it means everyone he slept with? But then that doesn't sound like enough for him.
It's not everything everyone has slept with. And, like, what constitutes a relationship? Like, a proper...
Yeah, because he's 30, right? So that's...
I don't know.
I think he's 30. So that's... Say he lost his virginity at 15. That's... I don't know. That's I guess actually that's one a year. Could be.
Yeah, and
but that's
he's lying
pretty insane, though.
Yeah, it is insane.
One a year, completely
overlapping.
overlapping.
I want there to be like a musical about Luke's ex-girlfriends, like the Cell Block Tango, but with all of Luke's girlfriends and then them telling all the lies that he said. I think that would be good.
That would be good.
I'm fascinated. I want them to all come out the woodwork.
Yeah, I really want to know.
Sorry. Yeah, I want to know where they're all from. Who they are. Who they all are. Who are they?
I know.
Come out. Come on, Daily Mail. You can do this kind of thing. I don't want to read the Daily Mail, but if it comes out that one of Luke's ex-girlfriend comes out somewhere, can someone tell us? And
I wonder how long he's been living in that random place in Kent, or if he's kind of been chased out by various girlfriends.
Whose house is it?
It's
not his house.
It didn't fit.
No.
I think she might now stay with him.
Really?
Because, I mean, only until the last episode and then break up like the next day.
Yeah.
But because if she said yes to the rings and they're basically not going to spend any more time together, she seems to have forgiven him.
And Luke was like, who in this room thinks that me and Amy... who thinks I don't make Amy happy? Put your hand up. And then they all put their hand up, and then he's like, well, I think you're all wrong. I was like, okay, so why did you ask then if you're not listening? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, Kieran was the one that brought up the whole thing about him not being good for Amy, which I thought was interesting because he's been his confidant at many dinner parties.
Yeah,
he was the one that he said all of the weird pervy stuff to.
Yeah.
So I was quite happy that he didn't just tell him what he wanted to hear. Maybe he's been finding it actually a bit uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Being told all of this sexual stuff.
Well, considering that's the like main thing that she keeps saying that she's uncomfortable with. I don't know, man. And then we had Hannah come to the
Oh
God. And Holly is quite a piece of work, isn't she?
She's scary.
If you don't like the heat in the kitchen, don't step in the kitchen. I don't know. That was just too much. Like, everyone just had to chill out.
What was it she said when she arrived? Like,
look what the cat dragged in.
No, when Holly arrived herself.
Oh.
Did anyone call for room service?
Assistance. Did somebody call for assistance?
What?
And then everyone just screamed.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's the same old story with Hannah. I feel sorry for her.
Yeah.
She's getting bullied by them.
But Jesus, she's being a slag. And winding everyone up.
Yeah. I mean, surely there's some other blokes you could have a chat to. Surely.
But not because she's allegedly shagged all the blokes in her village and told Alex about it.
Oh, God.
My man told me this. That you're a slag and you slept with everyone in your village.
Oh, God.
So she needed to find some new ones.
Yeah, that's true.
We are not slut shaming. I want her to be. I want her to go around and sleep with whoever she wants.
Yeah. Because everyone was. Everyone was coming at her with girl code, right?
Oh my God.
What code does she have to any of these women?
Girl code. How about humanity code? Why are you all being so horrible to her?
You've all got together because you've all split up anyway.
Yeah.
You're not in relationships. You never really were. And you were all horrible to her from the minute she walked in. She has minus loyalty.
Yeah.
She has reason to go out with your boyfriend. So think about that.
Have a think about that one.
I just think the girl code thing is absolutely ridiculous.
So stupid.
It's just a threat. Like, just do what we want you to do.
Or else.
Yeah, like,
Okay.
what? So I don't agree with that. I think it was silly.
She owes nothing to them. And girl, I completely agree. Girl code is like... it's convenient that you're upset about this situation and you can use girl code. Like, why would she owe those girls anything? They've been horrible to her the whole time.
It was annoying that the Ryan thing got brought up, that she's been seeing Ryan, or like has seen him a couple of times, got brought up at the girls' night, but it didn't get brought up at the boys' night. And
it did.
It didn't. It was the Stephen stuff that got brought up. No one mentioned Ryan. Ryan was just sitting there looking absolutely terrifying.
Oh, because Stephen and Sionainn had seen each other.
Stephen had asked Sionainn out, and it was embarrassing because he was made to admit. He tried to deny it at first, and then was like, "Well, I asked her if we lived near to each other, would she go out with me?" And
we go on a date.
She rejected me. Looking with very stressed face and pink cheeks.
So stressed.
And Ryan just sitting there, and then when he said she'd rejected him, he just smiled. Terrifying. But he's been going out with his wife. He's been going out with Stephen's wife.
The wife thing.
But I think the boys act differently, don't they? Like, Hannah is the scapegoat in that situation, so everyone's piling on her.
Yeah.
Ryan has some kind of scary alpha vibes. So no one, they must have known. Like, if the girls know, then the boys know about it.
Yeah, definitely.
The gossip would have spread.
Yeah.
And no one brought it up because they probably don't want to challenge Ryan. I don't know. That was my take. What do you think?
I appreciate, and I think you're right.
Thanks.
Done. Tick. No, I totally think you're right. Yeah. He has an energy that they don't want to try and
poke.
Yeah.
So now we've just got the last dinner party.
And then the final vows, but then we will have a reunion.
Oh, baby.
Even though this is the annoying thing about UK again, is that they have too many reunions throughout. Like, like we've just had that girls and boys dinner.
Yeah.
But hopefully it'll be far enough after.
Yeah. I feel like
make a
sometimes
difference.
They only wait like a month, but
I want like a year.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, baby.
Give me the good stuff. Oh, Alex did Alex come back?
Good point. Alex and Rochelle didn't come. Interesting. Probably because he was in military prison.
Oh my god. Forgot about that.
Yeah. He's in, if you didn't listen to our first episode, he's in military prison because he didn't tell them, the army, the RAF, that he was going on the programme.
He was a deserter, basically, technically.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah. It's like deserting.
No, I just never... How did you know that?
What do you mean?
He's a deserter?
Yeah. And someone...
Is that the term?
Someone in the army who leaves is called a deserter. You deserted it. It's like, very meant to be very shameful.
Oh, but he didn't do it. Did he do it permanently?
No.
Is a temporary leaving called a deserter?
I think so.
Just never heard of that in my life. Sorry, I don't know why you're being funny about
it.
No,
because you're making me second guess it now. I'm like, did I make that word up?
But no, I'm sure you didn't. I just didn't know.
I think it's just like leaving without informing anyone has very entrenched things.
Excuse you, don't mind the pun.
Huh? Oh. Elements of shame.
Yes, because you're deserting your...
Deserting the front.
Yeah. I would.
Oh god, doesn't sound much fun, does it?
No.
We'd not be great in the trenches.
No.
Let's hope we don't have to.
Fingers crossed. Who knows?
The gays versus everyone else. Hi, honeys. Yeah. Bring out the bombs.
Yeah. Boom. Pow, pow, pow.
Oh,
you're like a gay man with fake tits on.
Yeah, a gay man fembot.
Yeah,
that's what I'm imagining.
Perfect. He dances to Liza Minnelli. You press one nipple and it plays Liza, and the other one plays Bernadette Peters or something.
Oh, last night when we'd had a little bit of day drinking, so we were like kind of hungover at 6 and tired and ready for bed, and then I realised I had to do the washing up. The only way to get through was singing to Liza Minnelli. And
It was very good. You're very good singing.
was I? No,
Yes.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you're a very good singer.
And watching Sing in the Rain, it just
Yeah.
the gay got me through. Oh,
The gay got me through.
but then I realised that I'd actually forgotten all of the plates that we.
I know. You like took so long in there, and I was like, and then you were like, and then I was like, literally everything we ate off of is in here. Like, I don't understand what you were watching.
I'm like, oh, I thought it felt quite easy.
You already spent about half an hour in there.
Oh,
I
then I had to get maybe this time out because it's a slow one.
Yeah.
Maybe this time I'll wash up the right plates.
And you did.
Finally.
Well done, darling.
Well, we'll be back in a few days' time then with the next. I guess this is the last week.
Gosh. Exciting.
Exciting, I guess.
Yeah, but also be safe.
I'm ready to watch some new stuff though.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, ready for new horizons, new experiences.
Delicious.
Yummy, yummy. All right then.
I love you.
Love you.
Bye.